Okay, maybe my camera quality isn't piss poor, I mean... The animation in it certainly could be smoother. Yeah, so if my face cam starts really just desyncing with the game audio and me speaking, then I guess I won't be too surprised. I mean, I just usually wave my hand in front of it every so often to test to see just how smooth the camera is actually capturing, like, basically everything in front of it. Doesn't feel that smooth currently. Alright, so which of these saves is the most recent one? Yeah, safe to say I definitely don't play Grisaia often enough. Yeah, I bought this visual novel in 2020, and here we are in 2021. September 2021, mind you, and still have 3 character routes to finish. July 12th, I think this was the last save. Yeah, case in point. Breakfast: thick whole wheat toast with margarine, aloe yogurt, and a hard-boiled egg. Also some minestrone I had waiting in the fridge. Lunch: grilled mackerel with a side stew featuring carrots and lotus roots. I tried throwing in some dumplings filled with a chicken and tofu mix, slightly sprinkled with plum sauce. Ate them without complaint. Yeah, every time I just read something about characters eating their lunch or their breakfast or whatever, makes me wonder just how much shorter this whole visual novel would be if we just skipped right past the parts where they were eating. He doesn't seem to enjoy meat as such. I assume this is Amane's point of view. She's observing, I guess, Yuji's, what he's eating. Chicken seems to be a good fit, nice discovery. Dinner, Navy-style curry at Makona's request, demanded it after seeing some submarine movie with Yuji on satellite TV. First thought was, what is Navy-style curry supposed to be anyways? When I looked it up on the net, I found lots of recipes. I guess this is a traditional sailor food. It seems to be popular in Yokosuka too. Pretty much just slapped it together from the recipe, but it was a big hit. Yuji loved it. Okay, why do I need to know this? Yuji's total caloric intake for the day, 1920 kilocalories. Kcal, is that kilocalories? Am I reading it right? Slightly on the low side. Start losing body fat again. Can we just get to the, like... Can we just cut to the chase and get to the more dramatic stuff? I think that about covers it. Guess I might as well write about you-know-what while I'm at it. Yushi made love to me again. Okay, this I'd be willing to read. I guess it'd be more accurate to say I made him love me. Are we seriously going to do this? I mean, here of all places. In the school hallway? What are you talking about? This is a perfect setting. Yeah, perfect setting for, I don't know, some of the other students just walk in and see what's going on. Right. If Yushi wants something from me, I'll give anything to him. Anywhere, anytime. No matter what, I'll always accept him. Doing it here is something like my declaration to that effect. So... Wait, so they did it in the hallway or in the bathtub? What's wrong, Oni-chan? I don't know, but I just felt the chill run down my spine. Wanna warm up inside me? Cut it out, you wanna face Amane's wrath? I mean, come to think of it, I've actually already seen how that went. And you call yourself an assistant torpedo officer? Spare me the bizarre analogies. Get over here already, I'll wash your head. Yeah. You never let me have any fun. Here comes the hot water. I'm worried that Mane's keeping a diary, but I've never once discussed it with her. Honestly, I'm not especially interested. JP once told me that the contents of a woman's diary, like those of her purse, are best left unseen. Helps reserve your pleasant illusions. True enough, I guess. Then again, when I look at JP or Principal Tachibana these days, I get the feeling that clinging too strongly to your romantic fantasies about the opposite sex can be problematic in its own right. In any case, women are complicated creatures. When you actually start dating one, you'll inevitably end up seeing many different sides of her. Sometimes that must be downright disillusioning. Okay, Captain Canuck, hi, how's my camera? Yeah, I typically just, every once in a while, wave my hand in front of it just to see, like, how smooth the motion is, and doesn't feel that smooth right now. Yeah, so safe to say I've been still slacking on Fruta Grisaia here. I would probably at least like to get through the entirety of Amane's route, see both bad and good endings here. Then might also do some more Doki Doki mods on the side. Look at those frames. Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it, at the moment? I mean, most of the time, the camera just... it just works better most of the time. And while I can't deny the possibility something else may be motivating her behavior, I decide to stop overthinking things. I'll give her my half-hearted cooperation until she gets bored of those aggressive carnal antics. Oh. Oops. Yeah, about the lunar magic stuff. I am still making Super Mario ROM hacks. I didn't get completely demotivated from making more of those. That's still ongoing. Glorious Day is here at last. Summer vacation starts tomorrow. Vummer Staycation? Kalos de Vacuno. Wait, is that Spanish or something? What's with the rapid-fire game of telephone? That last one wasn't even close. I must say, I struggle to understand how you people manage to get so worked up over this. What are you talking about? It's summer, the best break of the year. We're talking about a vacation in summer here, you know? The real mystery here is how you're so completely blah about it. Why shouldn't I be? We simply won't be attending classes for a while. Not exactly a dramatic difference. You may be young, but you think like a shriveled, bitter old grandma? It's summer, you know, the season for adventure. When you lose the desire to challenge yourself and try out new things, you're officially starting the long roll downhill to the grave. Back me up here, Oni-chan. Yeah, Yumiko is usually just very stoic like what you're seeing right now. Then I still can't help but, like, hear Yumiko freaking out on that one occasion on Michiru's route. Yeah, major spoiler alert. I guess I might as well accidentally let the cat out of the bag. Well, yeah, with one of the other characters you can pursue, well, route-wise. You have the option of just, well, she is just so sick of living, she wants to commit suicide on numerous occasions, so main character's idea is to basically have her fake her death, with her still being alive to hear her friends grieving over the fact that, well, they think she's dead. And Yumiko's normally the quiet, stoic one, and then, well, yeah, Yumiko. Hearing Yumiko freaking out over thinking Michiru was dead, like, holy fucking shit. That was just crazy. World's always moving forward, but there you are, standing stock still, afraid of change, clinging to your moldy old values. You basically see next to no emotion from Yumiko, and yeah, that's why it was just so, like, yeah, the whole out-of-character Yumiko acting when she thought Michiru was dead, that was just seriously shocking to me. The world would be better off if you got shuffled off the retirement home right now. What nerve to mock summer vacation, your words reveal you for the stubborn, reactionary old fart you really are. Sakaki Yumiko, you're like a walking argument for the Soylent Green solution. Yeah, what she said. Too over the top to tolerate, but too close to the truth to brush aside. An excellent piece of agitation to produce such marked irritation and an apathetic modern youth. You might have a future in PsyOps. Kasami-kun, I suggest you don't give Irusu-san any more nasty ideas, if you know what's good for you. Right, my bad. I'm not gonna listen up. Sakaki has the right to her own opinion on summer vacation not being too exciting. For example, change isn't always a good thing. True enough, back when they replaced the R32 with the R33, I remember thinking, what the heck happened here? Serious downer. What on earth are you talking about? Makina, you sure talk the talk, but are you actually planning to challenge yourself this summer? Of course. This summer I'm aiming to become a... What the hell is a sack artisan, anyways? I'm asking the same question here. She's talking about learning to bake bread? Isn't sack that bread made with starch from the sago palm tree? Alright, Belgian waffles, snack time, different pancakes. Alright, therefore I'm gonna become a baker. I'll learn to extract sago from the trees and use it to make sack pancakes and bread. I'll be able to even get by even if I get stranded in New Guinea? Stranded? Were you planning to visit Papua New Guinea in the first place? Not really, but... The girl's found herself some motivation. Don't need to be a wet blanket. It's better than idling away the time without any objective whatsoever, wouldn't you say? Yes, I suppose. Well, food is definitely about as important as it gets. If you want to learn to cook, maybe I can teach you? Okay then, teach me bread. I want to learn how to bake bread. I always buy that from the store, though. I think the last time I baked it myself was a home EC lesson all the way back in elementary school. I'm not... Truth be told, I'm not that much better when it comes to anime. Or visual novels. I mean, I did play a lot of Doki Doki Literature Club mods a couple of years back, and might be tempted to start that up again, but let's just say I also want to at least get through one more character rooting through to Grisaia before even considering that. Can she really handle a part-time job? Well, I've been on the Makina route already, and, well, the answer is yes. Okay, honestly, I think I'll just leave it at that. Makina, Victor's opinion on the matter seems clear. Tell me, do you agree that it's hopelessly beyond your capabilities? No way, it's only hopeless if you decide it is. The word impossible ain't in my vocabulary. I can do anything if I believe in myself. Nicely said. Fine, just don't come crying to me if Makina ends up getting a nasty reality check. So much the better if she does. If you don't know how to learn from your failures, you'll never succeed. Once a kid's out of elementary school, you need to stop holding their hand all the time, or they'll never grow up. Let them run around and trip and skin their knees. That's how they learn to pick themselves up off the ground. Do you have to be so damn smug about it? Impressive as always, Kazami-san. Arena's grace my plane once again. Hashtag moist. If you get moist this easy, you're going to end up getting mildew down there. What the heck? Makina, having an objective is a laudable thing. Devote yourself to your baking this summer, then fly off to Late or Luzoni's or Whim's direct you. Heck yeah, I'll fly my way out of this popsicle stand. And so with Makina's borderline nonsensical explosion of enthusiasm, our summer vacation began. Having a goal in life is a truly admirable thing. Just as I pompously inform Makina, but it's not like I've got any well-defined objective of my own. It's been that way for a long time. I float through my days without any clear direction, staying alive for a lack of a better alternative. Every once in a while, someone remembers I exist and shoves a job on me. I thought I came to the school in order to change that aimless way of life. Not that I had any idea what sort of a change I wanted. I didn't come up with any overblown expectations. Just a vague anticipation of something new. But as it turned out, what changed wasn't so much my purposeless routine. It was the way I viewed the scenery floating past. In other words, my way of thinking itself has changed. Never saw that one coming. Alright, lunch is served. Hungry. What's on the menu today? Today we got scattered sushi with a side of clam chowder. I love them both. I'm dying with anticipation. Likely gonna consider doing the whole voting on election day itself. I mean, I typically always did it on election day in the past. Sushi on rice with clam chowder? The menu's never exactly coherent, but you're taking things to a whole new level of weird. Sorry about that. Makana requested them both. Don't worry though, I made sure to work it out so the meal's nutritionally balanced. Alright, I'm gonna chow down like I've never chowed before. Combination of a very Japanese seafood dish and a very Western soup. It's the culinary equivalent of wearing a kimono with combat boots, but mysteriously, when I actually give it a try, the tastes don't particularly clash. Most likely, Amane's diligent efforts weren't directed solely toward the nutritional front. I'm sure she adjusted the flavor of the two dishes to complement each other. The sushi is lightly seasoned with shiitake, mushrooms, and other vegetables, all boiled to a pleasant firmness. The chowder is just salty enough. Its scent reminiscent of the sea. Yada yada. More about food. I feel like you could literally make a drinking game out of this. Every time I complain about the game, well, the visual novel, needlessly just talking about food, take a drink. I just seem to bring this up all the time, how I'd rather just read about something more interesting than the food you're eating. Apparently it's a thing on social media, people like taking pictures of their food before they eat it. This almost feels like that, just why though? Indeed it is. Her mother must have raised her well. Marry a woman like this and you'll never come to regret it. Makana, my friend, I encourage you to learn from her example. Talk about over the top. For some reason, she really throws in a lot of boiled veggies. Hardly anything to complain about. Gives you that home cooking feel, right? It's like something a mother would make. For me, maternal cooking is associated with memories of canned food. But Amane's meals always make me think of the idealized perfect mother I pictured as a child. Her food's comforting somehow. Pretty sure the last time I did do a stream with this face cam on. Yeah, I think I was just reacting to more gacha life videos. Particularly more cringeworthy ones. Yeah. Okay. If you have the money to spend, you can get as much exotic gourmet food as you want, but a meal that conveys this sort of simple earnest worth is far harder to come by. Look at all this stuff, though. Seaweed? Butterbur plants? Less like mom's cooking and more like grandma's, if you ask me. What are these tubery things supposed to be anyway? I mean, yeah, okay. It's about 1 billion times better than that flavorless, soggy food I used to eat in the hospital every single day. And I'm really grateful to have it. You youngsters want to eat some fatty, super intense food every once in a while, you know? Oh please, as if you aren't eating plenty behind my back. I mean, you came home just the other day with your mouth absolutely shining with grease. What had you been eating, Just a little fried chicken down at the convenience store. Okay. You need to know, let me know when you do how many times I have to tell you this. Yeah, I know. Also, you need to stop gulping your food down like a starving hyena. Are you even chewing that before you swallow? She jumps jumps straight into nagging mommy mode. I don't like the way the wind's blowing. What's that sound? The grating pattern of electronic beeps seems to be emerging from the egg-shaped digital pet dangling a Makana's waist. Oh crap, that ain't good. It's already this late. I gotta get to my interview at the bakery. Thanks for the food. Hold it, Makana. Sorry, Amane. I'll let you finish that scolding once I get back, okay? See you later. Oh jeez, oh well. I guess I'll let her off the hook for now. She did finish everything on her plate before she ran off. No big deal. Still, Makana working part-time at a bakery? To be honest, I'm really worried about this. I understand how you feel, but the girl's jumping into something on her own initiative. That's a good thing, don't you think? All you have to do is take a step back and watch over her affectionately. I do understand that, but I don't know. Am I too much of a worrywart? Makana being the way she is, it'd be strange if you weren't at least a little concerned. Unless you show some faith at times, it'll undercut her self-esteem and give her an excuse to, well, not try. You're right. It'll be alright. Makona's much more clever than she looks. She'll do well. What's so funny? This conversation, don't we kind of seem like a mom and dad right now? You might be right. You know, these uneventful, perfectly normal days we're living right now are really wonderful. Yeah, you're definitely not wrong about that. Normal. Right. Normality. I hadn't been looking for some dramatic change from the start. I want to find my way to exactly this sort of peaceful, commonplace existence. But the ability to appreciate such things is mostly reserved for the elderly. The exception would be those who have been made to realize the value of a normal existence early on by exposure to something worse. Amane, are you? Hmm? No, it's nothing. What? Silly Yuji. Kind of think of it, the word normal is about as vague as it gets. Normal, typical, average. These are relative points of reference, entirely dependent on your environment. You don't have to kill anyone. No one tries to kill you. No one screams in your ear in the middle of the night. You won't see a corpse rotting inside a train carriage. A moment of pleasure doesn't drag you down into self-loathing and guilt. A moment of misery doesn't lead you to curl up into a ball and weep for forgiveness. Is that what most of us mean when we say the word normal? The absence of such things? Probably so. There are people who've lived with such abnormalities as their normal. Living normally is far more difficult than it sounds. It's only possible when you found yourself a suitable environment. Someone, someplace, something that enables you to live in peace. I probably came to this school in an attempt to find what I was missing. And now that I think about it, the thing I needed might well have been a woman like you, Amane. What's that? You say something? Nothing much, just admiring your knockers, impressive as always. I know, right? Wanna squeeze, I'll save that for later. I wanna save it for, like, off-camera. I mean, I'm live on YouTube here. For the moment, I'm going to wash my hair. Oh yeah? Okay then, I'll do it for you. Alright then, if you would. By now I've gotten pretty accustomed to Amane's relentless attempts to take care of my every need, as if I were some helpless invalid. Yeah, this is supposedly the censored version of Fruit of Grisaia I'm playing here. Well, it's more censored than the version I guess you just get right off of Denpasoft's site. I got the Steam release, which, yeah, has some notable censorships. Including, like, some key event in Michiru's route and her good ending, which was changed. Got changed to something that I felt made a little less sense. And while we're talking about, like, the two different versions of Fruit of Grisaia, the one I'm playing is made for people 17 and up. The uncensored version is made for people 18 and up. Uncensored version has, like, several H scenes. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Amane here, like, her route would have the most. Makona's had, like, 2. I think Michiru might have had 2. I mean, I got to just watch the 2 H scenes from Makona's route on, like... Yeah, I found them on X videos. Of course, I didn't actually show what was going on screen on my live stream. There's no way I would have really gotten away with that. I mean, I did react to them. Just reading the dialogue as it came up, but, well, of course it didn't show any of the video on screen, for obvious reasons. Last I heard, I think Amane had like 7 of these H scenes on her route, and we're not really going to be seeing any of them. When I actually asked her, it seems like the truth was quite the opposite. If anything, her father was the busybody of the family. I got my looks from Mom, my personality from my dad. Here comes the hot water. Right. Amane's family on her mother's side runs a well-established restaurant in Kyoto. Father had been a cook there after marrying the owner's eldest daughter. He set up his own branch in Tokyo. Probably because of that history, his attitude towards Amane's mother was always deferential, even servile. Apparently, every once in a while, he'd slip up and call her miss in his own home. When I hear Amane describe the man, he does sound like a lot like her. A pushy busybody with a fundamental timid streak. Oh, neat. Don't mash your tits against me, woman. Sorry, I did it on purpose. Total silence. Who did she get this total lack of shame from? Amane herself tells me she inherited it from her grandmother. Seems the old woman had quite the rack herself back in the day and taught Amane that breasts were weapons to be used aggressively in conquering men. While I'd like to have a frank exchange of opinions with that grandmother of hers, Amane's stories of home always leave me with the impression of a loving, happy family. I assume that grandmother of hers had those tits back then. I assume that was like back when she was young, and just not when she was old. Like, I assume when you get old, those breasts are just gonna really sag hard. I mean, sure they look nice now, but eventually they just sag. If you marry me, they'll be your family too, you know? Yeah. Not an impossible scenario. I've already begun to consider the possibility of starting a family with Amane, and more importantly, the girl seems to be quite willing to move things in that direction. Even eager. After summer vacation started, on more than one occasion, we literally spent an entire day in each other's arms. Impressive. What are you talking about? Our marathon, even for me 12 times in a single day, was a first. By the way, isn't there some urban legend about guys shooting out a red ball if they do it too much? Is that for real? What are you talking about? We've been going at it pretty dang fast and furious, but I haven't seen one pop out yet. Oh, yeah. This is what I was thinking. How much sex would it take? If a red one pops out at the end, wouldn't you get a yellow one first? What are you doing what are you doing off screen anyways? Yellow balls and red balls? What are you doing? Sounds like they're just doing it wrong. If red shit's popping out. Oh, sounds like it must be going in too deep. I don't know. Oh, come on, we just had a seriously idiotic conversation, don't you think? All men look like idiots to a sensible woman. Better get used to it. Hey, Yuji. What are you gonna do if I get pregnant? Have the baby as far as I'm concerned. I got the savings to support a kid or two, so long as we're reasonably frugal. That's a surprise. You've been saving for the future? I just haven't really had anything to spend my money on. Hypothetically, would you want a girl or a boy? I wonder why, though, he said girl. Yeah, same here, I'm curious. Okay, please don't take this the wrong way. Oh god, are you mentally diseased? With no context, it sounds like he's mentally diseased. Okay, woman, you crossed the line here. Ow, don't pinch my love handles! Amane, have you lost a little weight? I do think that came out a little wrong. I guess I'm happy to lose a little weight, but maybe you can take your girlfriend out every once in a while, you know? Eat some tasty food together, fatten her up a bit. Hadn't even considered the idea. Look, you. Alright then, I'll give it some thought. What are we talking about here? Amusement park? Something of that sort? Some place where you can spread out a blanket and have a picnic lunch would be perfect. Let's see, the zoo sounds most appropriate in that case. Can you take Makina too? It wouldn't exactly be a date if we did. Just us, alright? Is that really okay? Won't Makina get all sulky? Probably. When's it gonna be? Well, any day's fine by me, I guess. How about tomorrow? Let's make it tomorrow. Pretty sudden, don't you think? Please? Well, alright. Alright, that's a promise, okay? Once I get out of the bath, I'm gonna get right to work on our lunch. Put some clothes on first and then get to work to lunch, I'd advise you. How long do you plan on leaving me covered in bubbles? Sorry, I'll rinse you off. Okay, close your eyes. If I was going to make her this happy, I wish I'd come up with the idea earlier. It was a carefree thought, a product of the relaxed life I've been enjoying of late. I guess I'd just forgotten. However, my perspective on the world might change. A truly normal life requires something like freedom. I mean, I already mentioned, like, the fact that well, main character faked, like, one of the other girls' deaths in her good ending to just try and get her to realize that it's definitely not worth just wanting to be dead all the time. I mean, he was just desperately trying to find a way to convince her that, like, just wanting to commit suicide is not the way out, not the way to solve our problems. So yeah, he basically just... Yeah, in the 18+ version, he basically pumped her full of horse tranquilizer. That paralyzed her body, but granted she could still hear everything from, like, inside her coffin. In the version I'm playing, though, I think he hypnotized her with her other personality or something by making her look in a mirror. Yeah, to go from 18+ to 17+, we had to do something that just doesn't make quite as much sense, doesn't sound as realistic. Yeah, that was just so people who were 17 could play this. We had to just, like, completely change that tidbit from Michiru's ending. Well, one of them anyway. Yeah, definitely just made me scratch my head a bit, just wondering exactly how he got her in this paralyzed state, which is, like, the mirror and hypnotizing her. And on the day of her date, I'd come to regret my careless optimism. That morning, Amane was in an excellent mood, humming happily to herself as she packed food into our lunchbox. It's just not a picnic lunch without rice balls and lots of deep-fried stuff, right? Throw in octopus wieners. Wait. Octopuses have wieners. Potato salad, coleslaw in the remaining space. Stuff in some crazy bright red Neapolitan paste. Oh, pasta. For dessert, apple slices cut into cute little rabbits. Wow. Hold on a second here, is this too perfect? I don't know, the apple slices being, like, delicately cut into rabbit shapes is a little unnecessary, don't you think? I don't think you need to try that hard to impress me, personally. You're pretty damn energetic first thing in the morning. You think? But come on, this is my first time going to the zoo with a guy. I'm kind of fired up. Amane, let me ask you something. You understand that a zoo is just a place where you can look at some animals in cages, right? If she was some devoted wildlife maniac, it'd be one thing. But to be perfectly honest, I don't think many people at our age are quite this excited by the prospect of visiting a zoo. You're pretty clueless, my young friend. The zoo isn't the point, it's the pretext. It's just a reason to go out with your boyfriend, get it? Well, I can understand what you're trying to say, I guess. Important thing isn't where you're going, it's who you're going with, you know? That a fact? We run around having fun all day. On the train back, I'm so tuckered out I just doze right off. And of course my head thumps gently to rest on your shoulder. What do you think? Just like a corny romance manga, right? You're planning this out in advance? The sweet smell of shampoo wafts from my hair as I nap on your shoulder. As your heart skips a beat, your eyes flicker towards me. You're rewarded with a glimpse of voluptuous breasts. You're too damn cute, Amane. Well, if you're this fired up before you even get there, I guess it's entirely possible you'd be dead tired on the way back. But anyway, I'm amazed you got Makina to give the okay. I was sure she'd throw a fit and insist on coming along. Yeah, well, in Makina's words, she's not exactly happy to be left out, but she's not planning on turning into a nuisance of a woman either. That makes me feel a little sorry for her, to be honest. It's too early to let down your guard. A few minutes after that conversation, I saw her furtively whispering with Sachi. There's a possibility they're going to try and sneak after us. In that case, why don't we just all... Sorry, phone. I have a decidedly bad feeling about this. Let me guess, getting called into work? App. Work cell phone? Probably. Surely, when I take it out, the name Julie is displayed on the LCD screen. Not that I was expecting a wrong number. Yep. Called it. Shit. I knew it was coming, but those words inspire a wave of disgust and bitter regret. When JP gives me orders over this black telephone, I simply can't disobey. What's the situation? Type A, hard option. Your ride will be there in 10 minutes. Be prepared. Why now of all times? And it's a Type A hard option. A top priority mission that absolutely requires my presence. No matter what my circumstances, I can't decline or delegate this to a stand-in. Sorry, but Type A hard option mission job. Yeah, that's right. Have to leave in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Holy shit, she took it well. I'll make this up to you no matter what, so... I'm guessing the day after they're gonna go to the zoo? Understood. Come on, don't make that face. Get going already. I'll be back as soon as I can. Hold on, Yushi. Here, the lunchbox. It's all done, so bring it with you. You should at least have enough time to shovel some food in your mouth, right? Alright, I'll take it. Thank you, Amane. Work hard out there. That I will. Amane's a reasonable woman at times like these. Exceptionally so. Strangely, that makes me feel all the more guilty. I don't think she has any real idea of what sort of job I am heading out to do right now. Which means she must have a million questions she wants to ask me, and twice as many complaints she wants to throw at me. But Amane doesn't ask me anything. She doesn't voice any of these thoughts. Knowing that fills me with a helpless sense of remorse. I have no idea who you are or what you're trying to pull, but congratulations. You've officially pissed me off. Better brace yourself, asshole. I'm going to make this one hurt. I'll teach you to cancel my date. I'll finish this in one shot, eat my lunch, and be back home in no time. Just try and stop me, you piece of shit. 20chan just stormed out of the place a minute ago. What's wrong? Well, yeah. What's going on? Did you have a fight? That's not it. Yuji got called off of his job all of a sudden. Huh? What about the zoo? Cancelled, I guess, for now. What the heck? What's this stupid job anyway? Is it really more important than the zoo? Yeah. I played through enough Fruit of Grisaia to know that it's way more important than the zoo. Look, Makina, don't you think women who pulled that which matters more, me or a job crap, are just the worst? Well, I guess, yeah. But come on, you made that special lunch and everything. Amane, you were really looking forward to it, weren't you? Pretty crappy of them, don't you think? We can go to the zoo anytime we want. No reason it has to be today. Maybe so, but that ain't really an excuse, you know? What kind of job does Oni-chan have in the first place? Didn't we talk about this before? He works for a cleaning company, right? What kind of janitor gets called to his job out of nowhere? To do what? Who knows, something like... That sounds like he exterminates pests, too. Maybe some important client had a big old mouse pop up somewhere? A mouse, eh? A big old mouse, is it? Do you know where the biggest mouse in all of the world lives? I don't know, Disneyland? It's Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse in Disneyland? Orlando, Florida! What? And this mouse ain't just big, he walks on 2 legs and he got one hell of an attitude too! The stand-up comic called Eddie on the TV said so the other day. Slow down, Makina, I think this topic might be a little dangerous, you know? Wait, Mickey Mouse dangerous? I guess his name's me. Ah! 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 My ears, what the heck, Amane? What are you screaming for all of a sudden? We're done talking about mice. Let's change the subject. Yeah, a new subject would be good. Jeez, that's bad for the heart. Being around this girl really wears you down. Come on, Amane! It's Mickey Mouse! You haven't heard of Mickey Mouse? Then again, these girls are in Japan, so maybe I should cut them some slack. And then, okay, what the hell are they watching? Or listening to? And in any case, I doubt Mr. Franny is actually visiting Japan for prostate cancer treatment. It's likely a mere pretext for his defection. Oh please, you can't help connecting everything to some Republican plot, can you? In the first place, Mr. Franny is merely a former Secretary of Defense, not currently holding any office. Are you familiar with Mr. Franny's current occupation? Yes, the commander of America's secret Japan-based anti-terror organization. Thailand soldiers, was it? Utterly ludicrous. A special counter-terrorist force operating within the JSDF under control of American intelligence. Huh. I spent 20 years in this job without hearing any credible reference to such a thing. Hardly surprising? It's not the kind of information that will be shared with a mere economic analyst. And those 20 years on the inside might be precisely why your eyes are clouded. You need to talk to your enemies to know your allies. I got this information directly from high-ranking Republicans. Excuse me, I'm not talking from a position of ignorance here myself. Do you know what you're suggesting? Have we even read the US-Japan Security Treaty? I mean, American-funded extrajudicial anti-terror combat force on Japanese soil? Consider the idea rationally. Even a high schooler can understand no such thing could possibly exist. In the first place, this dramatic silent soldier's name is purely your invention, isn't it? It's precisely because of conspiracy theorists like you who can't tell the difference between reality and fiction that legislation restricting undesirable publications is being drafted as we speak. You're not just ignorant, but you willfully reject information that conflicts with your comfortable view of the world. Those clumsy attempts at censorship are a clear sign someone's attempting to cover up their negligence. I've explained this to you on 3 separate occasions. Denouncing others on the basis of knee-jerk assumptions is far more harmful to our country than any so-called conspiracy theory. Do you still not understand? Oh, isn't this a rare sight? Watching a news program for once? Oh, my camera is still, like, definitely dropping quite a few frames. Yes, right now every channel is running a similar special, so... It's a lot more interested in watching some lame stand-up duo anyway. I'm a fan of this military critic, Ishizaka-san. I suppose that makes sense. He always interprets events in a very entertaining way, so it seems he's popular with younger viewers. And I assume you're going back soon? If you're not already back? I think the economic analyst Mr. Hirosaki understands that entertainment value and attempts to complement it by playing the straight man. Entirely likely, and not long ago he had an article published in a weekly magazine discussing the economic effects of Ishizaka's commentary. I doubt the relationship is genuinely adversarial. Sakaki-san, which opinion do you think to be the correct regarding this series of events? The attempted assassination of the former US Secretary of Defense, you mean? Yes. Hard to say. From what I'm hearing, both seem to be somewhat incorrect, but there's an element of truth in both their viewpoints as well. But these silent soldier guys really exist, right? I can't give you a definitive answer on that either. There are certainly some special low-profile intelligence organizations within the Ministry of Defense, but I've never heard of a unit operating under that name. What? So it's just a bunch of crap after all? I wouldn't say that. There have been some persistent stories for quite some time about a comparable independent organization within the SDF, acting as a devoted security task force for Japan's nuclear facilities. So I guess lawyer or teacher, one of those two? And the belief that Japan is too fragile to serve effectively as America's shield has been a point of intense discussion between our nations for decades now. I don't get it. Keep it simple, will ya? Do they exist or not? Given a choice between those alternatives, I say they exist. However, I highly doubt they're the sort of heroic organization this romantic-minded military commentator makes them out to be. Well then, Mr. Ishizaka, could you describe the weapon used in the attempted assassination of Mr. Franny? First of all, please take a look at this image. It's an anti-material rifle manufactured by the American company B. That is to say, a sniper rifle designed to disable equipment and puncture armored vehicles. We confirm that the terrorist will be an assassin who was attempting a shot using this powerful rifle from a distance of 1,200 meters using a 50 caliber. That is to say, a 12.799mm NATO bullet. On the other hand, the opposing escort sniper employed by the American government was using an exceptionally commonplace 7.62mm bullet. Not only were they using a perfectly ordinary rifle round, they were sniping from a full 200 meters behind the men they were assigned to protect. In other words, they were 1,400 meters from their target, the terrorist sniper. A completely unthinkable distance normally. Sniping to obstruct another sniper is extremely difficult under the best of circumstances. And this individual carried out their mission in a single shot. It's no exaggeration to describe their prowess as superhuman. Is it really that remarkable a feat? I believe you'd understand if you had even the briefest experience with marksmanship yourself, but guns are not as accurate as one might think, much less at extreme long range. Beyond 1,000 meters, hitting the target is half-luck for even experienced snipers. We've prepared a replica of the weapon used by the escort here. Please take a look. This sniper rifle seems quite familiar. Indeed, it's very common. If you ask 10 people to sketch a sniper rifle, I imagine 8 of them would give you a silhouette resembling this weapon. It's an M24 SWS sniper rifle. They're commonly used in both the American Army and the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Force, among others. Usually a rifle of this sort has an effective maximum range of between 700 and 900 meters. And that's in the hands of an expert sniper, assisted by a superior spotter. And this shot was taken from 1400 meters, nearly twice that distance. At such range, factors such as the temperature and humidity of the air, even the rotation of the Earth, begin to strongly influence trajectory. Even with specially designed bullets, it's exceptionally difficult. On another note, regarding a sniper employed by the American government for this mission, rumor has it this individual is the very same sharpshooter who performed with such dramatic skill during the hijacking incident at Vancouver International Airport some years ago. Ooh, super friggin' awesome! I love this kind of stuff! Stop that. Killers aren't people to be idolized. Well, I guess you got a point there. Don't want to go around saying killing people's okay if they're the bad guys or anything. Even so, there are times when killing proves necessary and people who assume the burden of doing so. I expect such work is far more trying and painful than we're capable of imagining. If nothing else, calling that awesome trivializes it rather rudely, don't you think? Impressive words, Sakaki-san. One would almost think you know something we don't. Komani-san, what exactly do you mean by that? Please excuse me. I didn't mean to imply anything, I was simply expressing my admiration. I do apologize if I offended you. That oddly perceptive aspect of your personality can be rather startling at times, you know. I do apologize. Incidentally, where's Suo-san? Amane's, well, since the date got cancelled, she got kind of depressed. Hasn't come out of her room all day. I see. Do you have some business with Amane-san? Nothing like that, I was simply thinking it must be fairly painful for her as well, just waiting like this. Huh. I wonder what Oni-chan's doing right now. Hope he gets his butt back here sooner rather than later. He might be getting a scolding from someone right about now. Like who? Who knows? What were you thinking, Yuji? You need to make that question a good deal more specific. Don't insult my intelligence. The order here was a very clear shoot to kill. Why'd you aim for the arm? Don't be ridiculous, we're talking 1400 meters here. I aimed for the head and missed. You expect me to believe you missed an enemy? You? I'm a human being, nobody's perfect. Look, the assassination was successfully prevented and they caught the criminal. What's the problem? I'm not asking you about the end result. You're the one who gave me the order knowing full well I can't kill anymore. How about you let me head back already? Just how long are you planning to detain me? I'm sorry about your date, but this is your job, and you need to keep your personal feelings out of it. At this rate, you're going to end up dead. Sooner rather than later. That's fine, I always knew it might end that way. Might be fine with you, but how about sparing a thought for the people you'll take down with you? There are other human beings backing you up. Have you forgotten about them entirely? Who you knew from the start I was a restive pawn. If it's too much for you to handle, I suggest taking me off the board. If there was anyone who could take your place, I would have. A long time ago. I know I'm causing you trouble and I'm sorry, but this is the way I am. I can't change. Forget it. You can head home for tonight. We'll handle the rest somehow. Appreciate it. It's hardly rare for me to disobey orders in some minor way. Quite the opposite. But today I wasn't able to concentrate on the job. JB was probably worried about that more than anything else. I know exactly why my focus was off. I couldn't help but thinking about the way I burst out of the dormitory, breaking my promise to Amane without a moment's warning. I couldn't think about anything but finishing the damn job as quickly as possible, then getting back to the dorm where she was waiting for me. I couldn't get it off my mind. It gnawed at me all day long. It's not just the way I left her behind, I don't understand that reasonable reaction to my unreasonable actions. I don't understand where it's coming from or what it means. Taking my private cell phone out of my pocket, I switch on the power and query my email box. I find no less than 9 messages from Amane waiting for me. The contents are all very short. Are you working already? What are you doing? Sorry to bug you. Did you eat lunch? Call me when you get off work. Still busy? I want to hear your voice. Sorry, that was selfish of me. Thank you. Understandable mostly, with one exception. What's this last one supposed to mean? Thank you? As I'm puzzling it over, the phone in my hand abruptly begins to ring. The caller is Sue Amane. I hurriedly push my finger down on the answer button and bring the phone to my ear. It's me, Amane. Is that you? Yushi? Thank goodness, you picked up. I thought I'd never get through. That's over the top. Is something wrong? Nope, nothing in particular. Just want to hear your voice, that's all. I see. There's an odd sound in the background of Amane's call. When I strain my ear, I can faintly hear something like the pattering of heavy rainfall. Amane, where are you right now? Not the only point of concern here, even across the tinny cell phone connection, I can tell that Amane's voice is oddly emotional. I'm in the bathroom. The bathroom? Sorry to call you over nothing. Don't say that. There's nothing to apologize for. I guess it should be thanks. Thank you for everything, Yushi. What are you doing in the bathroom? Don't mind me. I'll be okay by myself. Even if I'm alone, I can keep going. What's going on in the bathroom? Showering? Hold on a second. Amane! Amane? As the line goes dead. Ominous apprehension wells up inside me. The hell was that? Almost sounded like a goodbye. I bring my phone down from my ear and quickly dial Amane's cell number, but the call goes straight to her voicemail service. You can't be serious. Disturbing thoughts flit across my mind. Maybe she's always had depressive tendencies. Moments when her face went dark. Calling me from the bath? What the hell is that supposed to mean? She can't be hurting herself. God damn it! Pick up already! Come on! Why, hello there! This is Makina, don't you know? Makina, where are you right now? Is Amane with you? Amane's been in her room alone all day, you know? As for you, just playing legendary sniper with Sachin. Go to Amane's room right now, please! She's acting strangely. I'm on my way back now. I'll be there as soon as I can. On your way back from where, Oni-chan? I'll explain the circumstances later. Hurry up and go, alright? Yeah, gotcha, Sachin. We're changing our target from Chiru-Chiru to Amane. Roger that. Amane, don't do anything stupid, alright? I'm coming, I'll be there in no time. Spurred on by the hard knot of anxiety growing restlessly inside me, I sprint all out toward the subway entrance, ignoring the glances of bystanders. Amane! Huh? What? You scared the crap out of me. Where the heck did you come from? Michiru, where's Amane? I don't know. Her room, probably? Hold on, what's going on? You're covered in sweat, you know? Amane! Hey, wait, Yuji! Where the heck do you think you're going? Sachi, have you seen Amane? Where is she? In a room, I reckon? Slow down a tick. What seems to matter, eh? We'll talk later. Huh? Don't you have any sardonic comments to offer in regard to my bogus Kumamoto accent? Has to wait. What a letdown, don't you know? Amane first, everything else can wait. Amane! Oh, you scared me! Where'd you come from all of a sudden? I thought my heart was gonna jump out of my asshole! Is that some kind of fetish of yours? Makina, where's Amane? And you're totally ignoring me to boot! Makina, is Yushi back? Amane! Don't have to keep shouting my name, I'm right here. Amane, you're... Oh, back faster than expected. I'm warming up some cabbage roll cream stew right now, so wait just a minute, alright? Let's just say I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that before. Nice one, Makina. What? Cabbage rolls? What the hell is going on here? Let's break this down. First of all, Amane's got a pleased little grin on her face. Secondly, she's standing in the kitchen, ladle in hand, in front of a noisily bubbling pot. Right. Pot of stew just now coming to a nice simmer on the stovetop, as if in preparation for someone's flustered arrival. Did you just pull a fast one on me? What are you talking about? Did you maybe get some silly idea in your head from that phone call earlier? I was just cleaning the bathroom, you know? I can't help but heave a long, heavy sigh. It's not clear to me whether it's a sigh of exasperation at being so completely deceived, or a spontaneous expression of relief at finding Amane safe and sound. And after a brief pause, a few tired words spill helplessly from my mouth. What the hell is that, Amane? Cabbage rolls, like I said. Amane makes hers with a quail egg in the center, you know. They're really freaking good. You will have some, right? Yeah. Also, take your shoes off before you come in, alright? Oni-chan, you still got your dirty old outdoor shoes on. What are you thinking? Hadn't even realized I was still wearing them until she pointed it out. Taking off my muddy shoes on the spot, I slowly walked down to the lobby to put them away. She got me good. As I shoved the sneakers into the rack by the front door, a sudden wave of exhaustion overwhelms me. I have no choice but to sit down shakily on the spot, cold sweat breaking out all over my body. God damn it, woman, I thought that little joke of yours just took a year off my life. Seriously in bad taste. All of a sudden, now that I think about it, it seems Amane's just become that important to me. I'll be honest, the instant I saw Amane's face, I was relieved from the bottom of my heart. Nothing else even registered for a moment. Amane's presence in my life is rapidly becoming indispensable to me. At this stage, I don't know for sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But I do know I'm growing more content with the idea with every passing day. Summer Zestival! It's Summer Festival, Maki-chan. Don Dance! It's Bon Dance, Maki-chan. Anawakarisu! You finally got that one, Maki. Wait, she got that one? Hold on a minute. I don't even remember what the correct one was. Let's just say if I was playing Grisaia more regularly, I think I would have at least remembered the correct pronunciation of Anomalokarisu. Yeah, I remembered earlier Makina was just having a lot of trouble pronouncing that word. And also couldn't get halogen bulb right. Jeez, you people are so noisy, it's just a festival, okay? Do you really have to bounce off the walls about it? But come on, it's a festival! Only naturally we youngsters would frolic about indiscriminately, right? It's a traditional occasion for getting carried away with excitement and going all the way to some guy you like. That's not traditional. What kind of a festival is that supposed to be? Actually, Michiru-sama, according to the statistics I read in the magazine article the other day, there's been an increasing trend in recent years of girls becoming women on the occasion of a festival. Oh my god. Can you not fall for every bogus, manipulative stat the media pulls out of its butt? In the first place, who are you planning to go all the way with exactly? Why are you people staring at me? You know, someone's gotta do it, right, Sachin? Yes, indeed, it would be a first for me, so perhaps it would be best to ask someone with skill in that department. A girl's chastity is a very important thing, you got that? Don't go throwing it away just for the heck of it. And by the way, it's not like there's any guarantee Yuji's got skill, you know? Kinda disagree with you there. With the way he's been going at it with Amane every single day, he's gotta be pretty friggin' in practice by now. Much more, Amane-san once told me that guy's crazy good, you know? While wriggling her hips slightly so. One can hardly help thinking, my goodness, not just good, but crazy good. I must admit, I've inflated my expectations into a swollen mass of itchy curiosity. Stop inflating them then, put ice on it, you need to bring that swelling down. She's got a point, you know? If you want to get something swollen, let's make it only chance you know what. I'd like to see you try, punk. Oh, you might come to regret that remark. I ain't got any underwear under this thing, you know? What do you think of that? Yo, you want to see, right? If you ask nice, I'll let you take a peek. Maki-chan, no fair. In that case, I'll go take mine off as well, yo. That won't be necessary. What about you, Chuchi? You're gonna take them off? The hell I am. Why would I? You're not even making sense. And in the first place, isn't taking it off yourself kind of desperate? You make them do it, right? Michiru-sama seems to want someone to take them off for her. And why are you telling me this? I'd rather shave a grizzly bear. What? Why? Don't look at me like I'm a pile of dirt. I'm perfectly clean for your information. Take them off, you'll see. Do you understand what you're saying, woman? No, that's not what I meant. Don't take them off. Taking them off is off limits. I never said that. Yet you just did. Awfully noisy out here. What's all the fuss about? Yumiko, you've got it all wrong. Wait, hold on. You do have panties on, right? Matsushima-san, have you been hearing voices lately? Don't inquire about my sanity with that completely earnest look of anxiety on your face. What did they ever do to deserve this? Mookie? What's this? Yumi-chan, you ain't wearing a yukata? Come on, it's a festival. I'm quite alright as I am, thank you. I don't expect a lot of time to enjoy the attractions anyway. Do you have some sort of a job again? Yes, I'm the chief judge of the karaoke tournament. Utterly ridiculous. How'd you of all people end up with a job like that? Allow me to explain, as the East Beach Group led by Sakaki-san's family, it's a major enterprise contributing to Mishima Cape's economy. They're acting as the main sponsor of this event, providing much of the financial support that made it possible. I expect the all-expenses-paid trip to Guam, offered as the grand prize in this karaoke tournament, was provided by Sakaki-san's family as well. I see, so that's how she ended up as chairman of the jury. Amane-san, was there really any need to tell him that? Yes, I must apologize. That was rather rude of me. I'm not particularly upset. Don't worry about it. In any case, that's how it is. I have no objections to you enjoying yourselves at the festival. Please bear in mind that you're acting as representatives of our school and act accordingly. Which means no screaming about panties at the top of your lungs, understood, Matsushima-san? Why are you singling me out? Why would I yell panties? I don't yell about panties! You're doing so at this very moment. Kindly stop talking. Yes, I'm sorry. Yumi-chan's got it rough, huh? Bet they got her going around pouring sake for a bunch of pompous old windbags. When you get down to it, a princess is just a doll for her parents to pose. Must be a pain in the ass. And there you go again, bringing up awkward topics like that. What's up? Something going on? Nothing in particular. You finished changing? Here, what do you think? How do I look? I thought Amane's figure wouldn't work too well with traditional Japanese clothes, considering her long legs and comparatively short torso, but somehow or other it actually looks really good on you. No fair, Amane. Anything looks good on you. You think? Perhaps it's just my imagination, but lately your bottom seems to have been getting plumper and sexier by the day. Amane, did you put on some weight? Talk about rude. I didn't gain weight. I lost a little fat around my waist. My butt just looks bigger in comparison now. I see what you mean. She's really bulging against the yukata down there. Her buttocks are yearning to be free. Oh, hey! Ow! Don't smack my butt! Huh? Amane? Hold on, don't tell me. Are you not wearing any panties under this? Let's see. Ah, she's right. This thing's on really tight, but there aren't any panty lines. You're not wearing underwear, are you? Ah, jeez, that's right. I'm not. Now get your paws off my butt already. Right, hands off. That ass belongs to me. If you want to touch it, you need my formal permission. My ass belongs to me! True that. Might I be allowed to touch it? Very well, I'll permit it. Don't just rubber stamp the applications! Somehow this bottom reminds me of a luxury German sports car. What the fuck, Sachi? Ooh, a Porsche? A Carrera RS? No wonder that ass don't quit if it's got a 2687cc engine. Are you people deaf? Stop smacking my butt. Jeez, I don't know anyone else, but I'm going to the festival now. Actually getting all cranky about. What's a few smacks of the ass costing there? No, Maki-chan, let's get going. Come, Michu-sama. Please do accompany us. Alrighty then, sounds like a plan. We set off as a group toward the main street of the shopping district with the festivals being held. The sun's just reaching the horizon as we embark. The cries of Higurashi cicadas fill the air. Oh, the Gyuroshi sure are noisy tonight. You mean Higurashi, Maki-chan? Who the heck is Gyuroshi? I mean, she is the only part she got right. I'm amazed you even picked up on that, Sachi. My comedy duo with Maki-chan has been running for quite some time now, after all. It's mostly instinct at this point. Freaking amazing though, ain't it? Higurashi and Gyuroshi sound exactly alike. No, they do not. Don't sneak another S into Higurashi to make it sound more convincing. It's not working. Come now, they're not so different. It's something like the subtle similarity between Melon Bun and Clinton, right, Maki-chan? The end is the only part that matches. If you're gonna do something that... Right? If you're gonna do something with Clinton, wouldn't Klingon be the logical choice? I'm really not so sure about that one. I know, right? You lured me into the open just so you could stab me in the back. What the hell kind of a conversation is this? Slow down, Yuji. You're walking too fast. Ah, yeah. Judging from the way Amane's tottering desperately forward with short, awkward little steps, I think it's fair to say she doesn't have much experience wearing traditional Japanese clothes or wooden clogs. Kinda Kinda feels like I'm gonna flash half the street if I take long steps. Maybe you should have thought of that before you went outside without any underwear on. No panties thing's my little sign that I'm good to go at any time, you know? You never go out of heat, do you, Amane? What are you complaining about? I'm about the only girl who can handle a ravenous beast like you know? True enough. Hey, Amane! Oni-chan! Hurry up, will ya? No need to rush, the festival's not going anywhere. Oh, cut the girl some slack, she loves festivals, you know? Come on, let's get moving. Yeah. It might be a festival organized by the local shopping districts, but since it's got a powerful financial support, the grants are actually a pretty impressive sight. Our school offered its own contribution in the form of manpower. Earlier in the day, Amane and Sachi helped set up booths and pulled floats for the children's festival. As my own community service, I mowed the grass and labored to help set up the tower for the bond dance. And despite her stated opinion on children, to wit, I can't stand kids. They're noisy and spoiled and don't listen to a thing you say. They cry over nothing. They think they can get away with murder if they bawl hard enough. Just watching them pisses me off. Mishra nonetheless gave to Amane's cajoling and volunteered at the children's festival, where it seems she diligently and cheerfully made batches of free cotton candy for the crowds of kids. Hey Yushi, have you heard? About Makina. You don't need to stick your nose in my face. Got in the mood for a kiss? So that's a request, I guess. What? That's not! No, idiot. Okay, so Makina. Right. She's working at that bakery down the street, you know? Yeah, so it seems. What was I going to say again? How the hell would I know? That's it, so the bakery, right? I guess they've set up a stand selling hot dogs and stuff right in front of the store tonight. And it seems they're going to be selling some stuff Makina made. Oh, bread Makina baked? I'm interested to see that. Right. So, well, we sneak over there later and buy some, maybe? Yeah, sounds like a plan. What, are you angry about something? Oh, you jerk! Ow, what was that for? Don't smack my ass! That's your punishment for kissing me out of nowhere. Kind of a delayed reaction, don't you think? Okay, here's the thing. Timing is important with girls. Any moment falls into one of three categories. Times where you can kiss her, times when you can't, and finally a certain special case. That a fact? Fascinating. Jerk. Look, what's your problem? No need to resort to violence. The special case is when the girl wants you to kiss her, but I'm pretty sure you figured that out for yourself, didn't you? Deliberately playing dumb about these things is a rule of mine. Fine, congratulations on being so above it all. The window's not closed. You can't kiss me anymore. Cheeky girl. You think you have the right to refuse? Close your eyes, open your mouth, and stick out your tongue, in that order. What? Need me to repeat that? Jeez, if you insist. Come on, over here. It'd be embarrassing in the middle of the street. Oh, look, it was obviously a joke. Push a girl this far then turn into a joke? That seems even ruder, don't you think? Come on, you can kiss me, okay? You want to, right? Can you close your eyes for me and open your mouth? Now stick out your tongue? But she opened her eyes? Wait. Okay. But I don't see a tongue. Further. Okay, now I see it! You have no idea how ridiculous you look right now. Hey! Ow! And that's your punishment for humiliating a girl. Sorry, sorry. No need to get so angry. Look, you, laughing at a girl waiting for a kiss is about low as it gets, you know? What's the big deal? It's a classic part of the sappy lovebirds routine. You're fond of that sort of thing, aren't you? Sappy lovebirds? I guess. We might kind of come off that way, huh? Are you seriously just realizing this now? I guess you're right. Something wrong? It's nothing. Makina! Over here! Everything okay? There you are, Amane! What's up? Something wrong? Well, you know, I gotta go to the potty. So why don't you... Alright, you're in a yukata and all. Do you think you can do it without messing up the sash? I don't think so. Alright, then I'll come with you. Sorry. It's fine. Come on, let's go. Okay. Okay, Yushi, we're gonna excuse ourselves for a minute. Right, I'll be waiting here. We'll be back in no time. Is it just me, or does she seem more motherly by the day? even grandmotherly? Well, I'm not so sure if the old lady side of Amane's personality is growing more pronounced or if Maka is just reverting even further into childishness. Probably a little of column A and column B. Of course, Amane's ongoing transformation into a domestic-minded grandma hasn't had any adverse effects on her sex drive. If anything, it's quite the opposite. She's been almost dangerously horny lately. I feel like we're starting to get in some risky territory here. Oh my god, isn't that the cockroach? See, that girl with the long hair? Huh? Really? Which one? Look, see that woman pulling the little girl along by the hand? She said Amane, I'm sure of it. It's gotta be her. You're right, that totally is her. I didn't even recognize her without the glasses. Ah, gross. What's Cockroach doing here? Was this where she ended up transferring? As if I'd know. Look, you can stop bringing up nasty memories. Makes me want to puke. Cockroach? Apparently oblivious to my presence, the girls in front of me point furtively in Amane's direction, grimacing in what looks like revulsion. What should we do? Want to say something to her? Gross, let's not. Just pretend we didn't see her, okay? Come on, might as well take a photo at least. Stop it. Look, can we just go, please? I'm still kind of traumatized by that whole nightmare. Fine, fine, you don't have to push. A nightmare? Cockroach? What's that supposed to mean? Are those two acquaintances of Amane's? I'm tempted to call them out to them before they can hurry away, but this doesn't exactly seem like a topic they'd be happy to casually discuss with a stranger. What do I do? As I hesitate, the pair of girls walk quickly off toward the opposite side of the festival, in what seems to be a deliberate attempt to avoid any possible encounter with Amane. They quickly vanish into the crowd. Cockroach, is it? Doesn't exactly have a pleasant ring to it. Most likely that nickname has something to do with Amane's past, the reason why she transferred to this school. Come to think of it, to this point I haven't really concerned myself too deeply with that. Partly because Amane tries so hard to be a cheerful, strong woman and is usually very convincing at it. Probably because of my own complacency. Why take the risk of prying? Things seem alright the way they are. Just as Amane doesn't want to know about my job, perhaps there's a part of me that doesn't want to know about her past. Maybe I've been unconsciously avoiding the topic, but is that really the way it should be? If I take Sakaki's word for it, Amane will eventually tell me the truth on her own initiative, and prolonged silence will hurt her more than me. Does that mean I should just wait patiently and let Amane approach me in her own time, if ever? Or should I come out and ask, to help nudge Amane toward finally getting it off her chest? I don't know for sure, but I do think this isn't something I should decide all by myself. It's not just my problem after all. The reasonable thing would be to honestly discuss the matter, in the spirit of a bilateral relationship. We're back. Sorry about that. Not a problem. You got kind of a weird look on your face. Did we make you wait too long? Amane, let me ask you something. What's up? You're acting kind of serious all of a sudden. Something I want to discuss with you later. Can you spare some time tonight? Can we talk about it now? If possible, I'd like to be alone. It's kind of important. Okay, sure. What's going on, Amane? Did you do something bad? He gonna give you a scolding? That's not it. At least I don't think it is. I know what's going on. Maybe you dialed the lewdness a bit too high and pissed them off. Like, how about you restrain yourself once in a while, woman, or whatever? Is that it? Not even close. Just tell me already. It's bugging me now. No rush, we still got a festival to enjoy. Let's live in the moment like the dissolute modern youths we are. Hey, let's do this thing! Seriously, that's really not how I work. This is gonna bug me all night, you know? It's a disaster! Oh, the humanity! Come quickly, everyone! What's wrong, Sachi? It's Michiru-sama. Michiru-sama has... How to explain? God damn! Good to see you've been working on your English vocabulary, but it's not helping right now. Calm down and explain what happened in chronological order. Michiru-sama got rather carried away with excitement and was beating a drum on the bomb dance tower, when an enormous rhinoceros beetle dive-bombed her at fearsome speed and lodged solidly to the side of her head. What? And then... Well, Michiru-sama shrieked, in a rather strange tone of voice. While writhing around, desperately trying to remove the beetle from the side of her head, she tumbled right off the tower! What's more, she landed directly on top of a beautifully blazing bonfire! Oh, fuck. She fell in the fire, and then... Yes, Michiru-sama screamed. Us! Smoking rising from her rear end like the proverbial liar among liars. She charged forward into the nearby turtle scooping stall where she dived into the water tank. She's currently being severely scolded by the owner of the turtle scooping stall. Understood. How bad are Michiru's injuries? Barely a scratch on her. Hiru's so indestructible it's kind of creepy, you know? Fortuitous that she wasn't injured. Either way, I suppose we're obligated to back her up here. I'll go apologize as well. What? To be perfectly honest, it sounds like a pain in the butt. Classmates have a responsibility to cover for each other's blunders. If you broke something, we'll have to repair it for them. I'll go as our representative. Wait up, I'll come too? Guess I gotta do my bit. And yet, you do love Michiru-sama, don't you? Yep, kids are cuter when they got marshmallow fluff where their brains ought to be. Come on, let's get going, Sachin! Yes. I've been prepared for the storekeeper to be pretty indignant. But when we arrive at the stall, my expectations are turned on their head. Hey, hey, turtle scooping! Get your super cute turtles here! Here's to raise, here's to eat, here's to stroke and squeeze! Turtle supremacy! Come on, step right up! Apparently having negotiated a settlement with the turtle stand's owner, Michiru standing in front of the stall, energetically barking for customers. Can't say I've ever seen such vigorous turtle salesmanship before. Hold on a sec here, can you really eat green turtles? Most turtles are edible, you probably could if you had to, I don't know, break the shell. I'm more curious about the stroking and squeezing part. So that got your attention, did it? Not that I expect any different from you, Amane-san. Wait, did you just call me a slut? Wait, what? I'm offended by the very suggestion. Anyway, I think Michiru's going to find her way through life, even without our help. Through sheer resilience, if nothing else. And so after a lengthy evening of utter nonsense and pleasant memories, the hour hand of the clock hit 9. As the brilliant lights of the festival begin to dim, we return together to the dorm. Incidentally, a minor digression. Sachi looked into the matter and discovered that the Mississippi Red-eared turtle is perfectly edible if properly processed beforehand. But of course, none of this would put this to the test. And you said you want to talk to me. About what? Let me guess. He's not gonna actually have the courage to ask, right? Let me think about how I want to say this. What the heck? Is this some awkward subject? Pretty damn awkward. What, about your job? In that case, I really don't need to. It's not my job, it's about you, Amane. About me? What? Let me ask you something, and please, hear me out before you take offense. Does the nickname Cockroach mean anything to you? Cockroach? Right, ring any bells? Who'd you hear that from? At the festival today, I happened to overhear two girls talking. You got the idea they might have been old acquaintances of yours. I see. Am I right to think that word has something to do with your past? Well, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to drag anything out of you. It's just I don't know. If your memories are still causing you some worry or pain, I want to do anything I can to help, that's all. Of course, your past is your own business. If you tell me to leave it alone and never bring it up again, I'll accept that and abide by it. You did the same for me, after all, but if some by chance you need to get something off your chest, I'll listen. I'll help you in any way I can. What I can do for you probably doesn't amount to much, granted I don't have anything else to offer. Tell me, Amane, what should I do? Should I pretend I didn't hear anything and forget about this? Or is there some way I can help you? I can't figure this out alone. Amane. I see. You found out, huh? Well, I guess that's that. Amane? Takizono Private Academy. Class 1A. Member of the basketball team, Kazami Kazuki. You're familiar with the name, of course? August 14th, on the way back from the basketball team summer training camp, a vehicle carrying 14 people, including her, disappeared without a trace. Popularly known as the Takizono Academy bus disaster. Now those 14, I was the only survivor. What about the other two acquaintances? Were they also on that bus or no? Are you serious? There's no way I'd lie about something like that. My elder sister, Kazami Kazuki, when she disappeared, it destroyed my family. And the one girl who lived through that disaster was Amane? That's your past? That's right. I was your sister's classmate, Yuji.
Why?
Why didn't you? Sorry, I just couldn't bring myself to tell you. I knew from the day you transferred, the moment you introduced yourself as Kazami Yuji, but I couldn't tell you. Of course she couldn't. I'm the family Kazuki left behind. It must have been a complete bombshell. There's no way you'd be able to figure out a situation like that on the spur of the moment. I see. Yeah, it makes sense. About the accident, you know what happened, I assume? The general picture, at least. August 14th, years and years ago. On the way back from a training camp, the Takizono Academy basketball team's school bus plunged off a cliff. And someone survived that? How high was this cliff? An extensive search was abandoned in failure 14 days after the girls disappeared. But in the end, a single survivor managed to find her own way to safety. It was a widely reported incident at the time. It's hard to believe that was Amane. That lone survivor was a major focus of media attention for some time after the fact. Speculation gave rise to rumors. Many outlets questioned the means which that single girl survived the cruel ordeal that claimed the lives of her classmates. In mass media, extreme and shocking news sells. The lone survivor was subjected to vicious gossip on television and print. They did stop short of publishing her name, probably out of legal concerns more so than ethical ones. Television shows exploited footage of the weeping families as a backdrop for lurid gossip about the deaths of their children. Tabloid magazines published vivid, unsourced descriptions of hellish conditions, using loaded questions and innuendo to suggest the girl had survived only by becoming something less than human. Among those, some articles even discuss the interpersonal dynamics of the Doom team, their relationships, and you're that lone survivor. I know it must be pretty shocked to have had this dropped on you out of nowhere, and anything I say right now will probably sound like the excuse of a coward who clawed her way to safety alone. Could you wait here for just a second? I got something I want to show you, Yuji. What the hell is this? When I arrived at Mihama, Amane had already been here for a good year. Of course, Principal Tachibana must have known everything. She knew about all this and didn't say a word. Just left me and Amane to sort it out for ourselves. I know she has that non-interference policy, but this feels more like negligence. And there's Sakaki too. She's looked into all of our backgrounds. She obviously knew all the facts, and she didn't say a damn word? Hold on, calm down. Consider this from their perspective. What would I have done in their shoes? Yeah, I don't think I could have acted differently. It's too sensitive a problem. Two of us are the only ones who can resolve it. They weren't wrong to act as they did. And if I was in Amane's shoes... If a relative of the classmate who died while I lived transferred into my school, could I have told the truth in that moment straight out? I really don't think so. Had I been in Amane's position, I would have waited. Slowly steeled my resolve, tried to find the right moment to confess the truth. That's right. I don't have the right to blame Amane. I would have made the same decision myself. And to tell the truth now, after everything that's happened between us, must have taken an incredible amount of courage on her part. She's downright admirable. Rather than thinking about whether I can blame her, maybe I should take a look at myself. Did I just shatter Amane's peace of mind? Out of nothing more than hypocritical curiosity? Take a look at this. Amane holds up a beaten-up old notebook toward me. The date's written on the cover. A few months of that summer. This is my diary of those days. I wrote it all down. Everything's in here. Are you sure about this? I think you have the right to see this. Alright, I'll read it. Starting on page 18 of that notebook is the entry I wrote immediately after we were stranded. I lower my gaze to the diary, its pages well worn from Amane's hands. She's clearly reread it many, many times. The contents of those pages left me staggered. Okay, so I've been live for almost a good 90 minutes, so tempted to just leave it here for now. So I'm going to hit save. Overwrite this save, yes. When I opened my eyes was in darkness, so yeah, I'm going to hit save here. So we're going to just jump right into next Grisaia stream reading Amane's diary. basically everything that happened, like, during and after the bus crash. How she witnessed 13 of her classmates, and I assume the bus driver too, all just dying. And what she must have had to have done to just stay alive. Gonna guess she must have been stranded for like weeks or something. Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure it's in fact saved. So, yeah, next Grisaia stream, this is gonna get interesting. Next stream. Okay, so yeah, earlier in the start of the stream, I asked, okay, get on with the serious story, and yeah, here it is.